reach review time with Imperial. We're going to review Power Season 6, Episode 5, King's Gambit. Let's get into it. So, this is by far the best episode of the season so far. This is definitely right on with this episode. It picks off of the last, where Proctor, he set his daughter's mom up to get playing off her emotions. He knew she would OD, and then he let her die when he could have called got the cops there. And so, feeding off of that, Sax finds out by his boss that she passed away, and that he told his boss pretty much that, well, I want to go over there with you when you go over there to confront Proctor, because he knew he planted that wiretap. So on top of that, the girl that witnessed that Ghost gave the money to, she want to change her story up. So they're looking at Sax funny. So you got the girl detective. She doesn't believe St. Patrick shot Angela. She believes it was somebody else. Sax he's head over heels to get at Ghost. So St. Patrick, he wants him down no matter what. So Proctor is telling his brother what he did or whatever, his brother Benny, and his brother Benny telling him, look, we need to just get going or whatever. So Proctor drums up a plan in his mind, and he tells Tommy about the girl, so he knew Tommy would go and finish her off. So when Tommy goes to finish her off, he sneaks in her apartment or whatever. Sax comes in with her and pretty much tells her, you know, they're going to hawk you on a stand. Are you going to be ready for that? And she said, I want to look at both of my, look them both in the eye or whatever. So Sax leaves. Not 2 segments after he leaves, Tommy comes out of the closet he was hiding in, blows her head off, but he took the money that Ghost gave her. So meanwhile, Proctor moved in with Ghost, saying he needed to stay there for whatever reason. I don't know what was that about. So nevertheless, he's been staying there. Tasha came and told Tommy that he's been staying there. So at that moment, Tommy knows Proctor was setting him up. And he set Ghost up on a wild goose chase to finish her off as well. So he was setting Ghost up as well. So by the time Ghost gets there, she's already dead. Meanwhile, Tariq at school, the Italians, they want a double the product. So what he goes and do is creates baby aspirin, and it looks just like the regular pills, but it's really not. And he's cutting, messing up the product and his business. So he's real sloppy. I thought they would have Tariq. Well, then again, Tariq's been sloppy the whole time, but I thought this season they would have him more like being sharp like his dad was, where but they got him he's real sloppy. He's, same way he ended up getting Raina killed, he's doing everything, whatever. So he gets expelled from school. Meanwhile, the female he was messing with, that everybody thought he was building his own little crew with, she was doing her thing on the low anyway. So now the pieces are starting to unfold, because when he was doing his little hustling thing with the guy or whatever, she came and approached him, and she was like, yo, I can't, basically you up here, you messing it up for us. out here, you know what I'm saying, making us look bad. But really, she was saying that because he was imposing on her business, where uh he was he became her competition. He didn't know this at the time, so he, you know, he really vibing with her. They vibing and playing chess together or whatever, and she started, you know, she kissed him or whatever, and he thinking like, okay, she in, but when he goes and finagle and make all them fake drugs, she reported him that he was in that lab because she was in the cut the whole time. So when he got expelled and his mom was there, he looked at the chessboard and it was the king laying down. Basically, she's saying checkmate, got you. He knew at that moment that she got him, and she was the one that was behind it. So meanwhile, Proctor and his daughter was staying at Ghost House. I don't know what that was even about. Why he wanted to do that? What was he trying to do? But he gave his daughter a chip, and he told her to keep that in safe regard. That's his secret. So pretty much on that chip is either going to be, I think it's to implement Tommy that killed that cop. I'm pretty sure he took whatever off where it would implement Ghost or whatever. I'm pretty sure he did that. But that chip is how the feds is going to come after Tommy. So that's what I believe anyway. So nevertheless, Tariq was there, and Tommy called Tariq, yo, you at your dad's house? Because he found out Tariq got expelled. He said, we're going to talk about that later. But you know that back door? I'm going to leave that back door, but leave it open. And he's like, I thought you was going to move on my dad without letting me know. He was like, nah, I ain't coming after your dad. So he hears somebody crying, and it's the little girl. So, you know, he don't want her to get involved when Gary go down. So he convinced her to go get some hot chocolate, and they left. Meanwhile, Proctor's there, and Tommy comes in. Tommy comes in like Rambo with the big gun, and he's shooting up everything. No silencer, no nothing. All in Ghost's apartment, shooting up everything, and he's trying to kill Proctor. And Proctor got a gun, and Proctor's shooting back at him, but of course he ain't got no aim. He ain't clipping nothing. Tommy got him in a leg. I'm not sure if Proctor knew about the back door, but you gotta have a key pass key to unlock it anyway. So of course he didn't have that or whatever. So you knew this was the end. So he got into the room, Raina's old room. He's calling his daughter, and his daughter answered the phone, tell her where she's at, and then she said, well, I'm gonna see you again. And he was like, no, you won't. And, you know, and that was a moment right there. And he told her to go to her uncle's house, Uncle Benny house or whatever. And then Tommy comes in and finishes them all. So you had to run. And he said, this is not over. So that's letting you know that Chip has something to implement Tommy or whatever. So Tariq takes her to her Uncle Benny house. And while he's getting, you know, Tariq looking at her, you know, he kind of sad for the Italians come and swoop Tariq up. Because, you know, they found out he gave them BS product. So pretty much by the end of the episode, Tariq reaches out to Tommy. He reaches out to his dad. They meet up somewhere. And the Italians said they want $2 million to make this right. And they got 24 hours to get the money up. So this was a real good episode. After everybody been harping, the last episode was decent too, but episodes 2 and 3 was kind of, you know, writing was bad. But this episode right here was good. Sack's whole plan is crumbling. His whole plan is crumbling. You got Dre. They hanging his daughter over top of him, so I don't know really what's that's going to turn out. What's going to happen with that? But it's you know it's turning around, and Tasha she's going to start dealing drugs, so it's turning up. Episode 5, season 6, Power, the final betrayal. So it's gonna be real interesting what's going to happen in the next 5 episodes. So stay tuned to next week. Tune in. Good episode. Subscribe and like. More than anything, like the video. Till next time.